Welcome to the Last Night Sports Blog Radio. I'm your host, Brandon Edwards. I hope you had a good week. Sorry it's been a while for me. I've been recovering from a cold and running around back and forth to New York and LA. The recent punishment being handed down for the New Orleans Saints and the National Football League, an idea crossed my mind that I think it's time for somebody to provide some competition and light a fire underneath Roger Goodell and the NFL and start a new league. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying, well, what about the CFL and the Canadian Football League, the Arena League football? Well, forget about that stuff. I don't watch it. I may have caught one game and fell asleep, but I'm talking about something different. I'm talking about a league that is everything that the NFL is not, but takes everything from the NFL that we love. I'm talking about all the talent. I'm talking about the great teams. I'm talking about the stars at quarterback, wide receiver, on defense. I would like to see a return to some of those raw, rugged games and style of football that it seems that Roger Goodell wants to kind of eliminate. Right now, the NFL is facing a lot of lawsuits. Many retired players today are facing serious injuries after their playing days have been long over, from severe concussions to ongoing medications and surgeries, and it's unfortunate. Roger Goodell wants to put an emphasis on player safety, making it safer for the players to compete today and have a longer career, more fulfilling career. And I don't knock him, but a lot of players kind of look at Roger Goodell as the Iron Sheik. I've detailed all of this in my Tumblr page. I just wrote a piece on the Last Night Sports Blog Radio on Tumblr about this, about a potentially new league that's totally different from the NFL. Now, we know the league we know today comes with a lot of heavy fines for defensive players having big hits on the opposing players, and fines for players in their social life, personal life, maybe acting out, maybe a personal arrest here or there, getting fined, getting suspended. The closest I can think back is Ben Roethlisberger. The Steelers have particularly taken a lot of heat. I'm talking about a league that embraces all that. I'm talking about a return to the old Roman Coliseum where big hits are welcomed. I'm not saying going above and beyond and having no rules and it just being a bloodbath, a blood sport. No, it should have rules and there should be some guidelines. But I'm proposing something not as strict as Roger Goodell's making the league, just as far as the Saints and the Bounty program. Now, there's been differing views on the Saints and their actions in the Bounty program. Roger Goodell's punishment by suspending the coach Sean Payton for 1 year, by suspending defensive coordinator Greg Williams indefinitely. I propose that these guys would be great coaches in this new league because they're great football minds that have just run afoul of the strict structure of the NFL. Some of you might disagree with me, but who doesn't want more football? Who doesn't like more football? I feel like it's time to step away from those who want to protect the shield, which really means protect the owners, and let the athletes get some more shine. Let them get some more stardom, because a lot of these guys, their careers are so short and they don't really get to capitalize on their opportunities. So if you look at the free agent pool nowadays leading up to the draft, there's a ton of talent. There's tons of players who might not be ready to retire but are a day or two outside of their prime. Could still add some good value to a team, but teams aren't really willing to invest and pay these players what they feel that they are worth. Also, when you look at the NFL draft, there are a lot of star players that never get drafted or get drafted in the 7th round. They're not on the top of Mel Kiper's draft board, but yet they're talented guys. They may have gone to smaller schools. They may have faced an injury or personal problems, but given the right chance and the right opportunity in the league, they blossom. The two that I can think of the most, or most recently that have had great success, are Arian Foster, running back from the Houston Texans, and Victor Cruz of the New York Giants, who plays wide receiver. These guys are talented. They may be the best at their position in the league today, yet tons of teams looked over them and passed them by. These guys could have gone into this new league, let's call it the last night's football league, and been stars off that, been franchise players off that. So I'm saying another league would give players that may have been looked over, may have not been drafted, opportunity to get their shine on and to really show what they can do. And, I go into detail in this blog and this post about the metrics of it. I mentioned Los Angeles building a new stadium, and I'm saying, they're begging for a new football team. Why not consider creating a new football league? Maybe, I don't know. It would be something based off of. I'm just proposing. Let's say 14 teams. We as fans get one game every night, all in the same stadium. And it would really kind of clear up a lot of financial problems and obligations as well when it comes to maintaining a stadium. I believe it would give the fans what they want, football every night. And I'd like to see stars get some shine. I don't know about you, but I like end zone dances. I really do. I like touchdown celebrations. I'm not old fashioned in that regard. I like big hits. I like defensive players getting their time to shine and doing what they're paid to do. Like myself, others have felt that Roger Goodell is really putting all the emphasis on the offensive side of the ball to protect the quarterback with the tuck rule and protect the wide receiver to where any contact, any play down the field is pass interference. And it puts a strain on the defense. Maybe Magic Johnson and Mark Cuban could put their money together, their billions of dollars together, and come up with an idea for LA sports. They both went into the LA sports market. I know Magic Johnson with football and Mark Cuban with baseball. I think this would be a good time. And I think it could kind of be like an old Roman Coliseum. I mean, I'm sure a lot of owners in pro leagues are wondering, man, what would it be like if I owned a league, if one person owned a league? Because, one thing that inspired me was a show on the AFL that I watched a few weekends ago. It was very interesting. It talked about Lamar Hunt and him wanting to be a part of the NFL so bad and getting denied and turned down along with other owners. And him and the other owners decided to start the AFL, American Football League, and it gave the NFL, the long-standing NFL, a run for their money. I mean, these guys were making money when the teams actually played each other between the NFL and the AFL. There were some championship upsets. The AFL stealing draft picks. So can you imagine if there was another league out today and the top prospects, who happen to be, of course, offensive right now, Andrew Luck and Robert Griffin III. Wouldn't it be interesting if Andrew Luck said, yeah, I'm going to go to the NFL, but Robert Griffin III said, you know what, I'm going to go to the last night football league. I want to try them out. They're offering some guaranteed money. I like the coaches they have there. I do want to play in LA. It's a different. It would blow everything wide open. It would be interesting if Tebow decided to get rid of the NFL altogether and go to a different league. I mean, I think he has a big enough fan base to take some fans with him. So, just an idea. Love to hear your feedback. Remember, it's thelastnightsbr.tumblr.com, as well as the Last Night Sports Blog and Radio on YouTube. Thanks for checking in. Have a great week.